Hello, my friends. We're back at the beach. I'm trying to find a calm, happy place. Because we've had a technical difficulty. All right, my friends. Windows updates. Apparently, the batch of Windows updates I did this past week reset your sound settings. Why? Why would they do that? Nobody knows. Nobody knows why. So it made my recording input device not my microphone. So I've recorded 2 episodes with no sound. And I'm left with a bit of a pickle as to how to go about. I'm going to take the beach down. It is soothing. I love this photo. I'm left with the pickle of trying to, there was some drama and we have missed it. I could show you my facial reactions, but it's do a voiceover, but it's just not the same. This is the only screen I could find that doesn't have any indicator of what else is going on. So we've had the Champions League group stage draw. We have played 2 Champions League group stage games. We have played 2 Nations League games. We've had youth intake. So I think I'm just going to take you through it. I've got the recordings, but it's just me going, it doesn't do us any good. So that's kind of where we're at. I mean, I don't really have anything else I could do. How I'm always like, hey, I'm just make sure my mic is recording. I didn't do that because I didn't think there was a need to. I didn't discover it until I had an online D&D session last Friday, which is from the time I'm recording this a couple days ago. And I was like, my mic's not working. And then even then, I didn't realize it had also changed in my OBS software. So not only had the sound settings changed in Discord, but they'd changed inside of OBS. Thank you, Windows Update. So this seems, it takes so much of the pizzazz out of this. I'm so frustrated, but it is what it is. And yes, I've saved, but I have a backup file that I save at the same time that I save whenever I make a save, right? Does that make sense? Anytime we have a major thing happen or I go a couple games and I click save, I wait for it to process, or from your perspective, process, and then I save the backup file. So I do have a backup file, but it's at the same date and time that we're at. So this is what it is. So our Champions League group stage is PSG, Valencia, and Hoffenheim. And we have a Champions League victory, my friends. We beat Hoffenheim 1-0. And again, that it was so dramatic, but now it's not. And then we lost. Why? And all of a sudden my mouse is moving really slow. I think I must have hit it when okay, there we go. When I smashed my hand down. Then we lost to PSG 4-0. We kind of tried to play our way, and well, it didn't work. I mean, there for a bit, it was we kind of went for it at the end. I was actually quite proud of us. It was 2-0. One of their goals I think was a free kick, and it was okay, they got 16 points last year in the Champions League group stage. So the fact that we were holding on, I was not gutted. That would have been the reaction to was seen as me going I'm actually kind of proud about this. I'm not gutted. It is what it is, and deal with it. This though, my friends, I will actually show you. This is the funny part. They had a man sent off in the 29th minute. We didn't score until we had a man sent off. So we had what is that? 46 minutes with a man advantage and did nothing. And I went wide. I went attacking. We're away from home, but this is our chance, guys. And that's what I was saying the entire time. We might as well go for it, right? You can't play it safe in the Champions League. If you're trying to get to that magical second spot, if not the third spot, you're going to have to take some risks. So we took risks, went attacking, and then nothing happened. And then they had a counter, and Sean Flynn was the last defender, which is what happened to their guy. He was the last defender, and it was a professional foul. So Sean Flynn got sent off. But immediately after that, we had a set piece. And it was beautiful, honestly. I mean, the ratings weren't great. Goalkeeper 7.2, White, here it is. I mean, I don't know what the keeper's doing there. Like, it's maybe he thought it was going to go. That doesn't really show enough of the highlight, now does it? But we were able to hold on, and the ratings weren't great. Their ratings weren't great. They're right back at a good game because he had 2 key passes, I guess, even though this guy had 4. That's how we lined up, and it kind of is what it is. And Sean Flynn had been asking for game time, and I also had said, in my frustration, you're gonna sit on the bench, but I'm not gonna do that. And then again, we tried to play our way, and it didn't work. So currently, see, it was so awesome. Like, I was so excited to show you that. Currently, we are second with a -3 goal differential because we have the common result against Hoffenheim, right? So the fact that they beat Valencia, which is unbelievable, like that, I think Valencia is going to be. It's like they've poked the bear, or the bear has poked his hand into the honey jar, or the hole in the tree. Now all the bees are going to come out, and that the bees that's us. We're like, oh, Champions League glory, Valencia bees. I don't know why they're bees. Are going to overwhelm us. But we're currently second. So if we could get another result against Hoffenheim, we'd have 6 points, my friends. Let's just go take a look, because I forgot what we had last season. We had 6 points last season. So if we could somehow get to 7, like, did anybody get through with 7? No. So 8 points was the lowest total that got you through last year. I mean, the fact of the matter is, we've got 3 points with 4 games left. So if we could somehow beat Hoffenheim, that's 6. And in the other 3 games, if we could get 2 draws, and that would mean, like, we will play probably away from home PSG, super defensive. Like, not park the bus, but pretty much park the bus. And then I'm not sure about Valencia. I'm not sure what's happening here. They beat them 6-1. 6-1, my friends. We beat that team 1-0 away from home, and they beat them 6-1, and they lost to PSG 4-2. So I don't even know what to make of the group. I still think getting third is wishful thinking out of this, but shrug, emoji shrug. Our youth intake was quite mediocre, to be honest with you. We did sign a couple of them because that's what our staff recommended, just to help, like, flesh out the squad so we had some depth. But this guy, I mean, he could someday be good, but he's fickle and not very good. Same thing here. We just needed more depth at midfield. I with that, like, I used to, like, go through and look at every single player, and if they're not just automatically, like, if they start out with this half-star thing, they're not going to have a half-star. It's going to be a gray starred player. So I kind of look at the potential. If they've already got a star, like, that's an indicator of quality. But I let my staff scout the game, the youth prospects versus the under-19s or whatever, and then I just go, like, yeah, who do you think we should sign? And if for some reason we have skipped out on a player with an actual rating or, star, then I step in and do that. But Ross Swan-Williams, I mean, determined, 15 determination, not really great work rate. That's kind of concerning. Not great composure, but decent option at center back, so could develop. I want to say this one was new. When did you join? Yes, he just joined. He's already 17. Temperamental, but he's 6'4", and if we could fix that, he's a left-footed. He looks decent. It may not be a world beater. He's not like the ones that we've got, right, that have come through recently. Was he one? No, he was last season. So, like, that kind of tells you it's kind of slim pickings. And I think Alan here was one that our manager had, like, hung his hat on, been like, yeah, this guy. And I'm like, no, what? Our head of youth development was the word I was looking for there. So it was kind of not great. I don't think I may have. Yeah, okay. Richie Carr. I was like, there were some others. Where are they? I pulled them up because we've got everyone out on international duty. Decent goalkeeper option. We needed another goalkeeper. I tend to sign the youth goalkeepers unless they're just atrocious. And then Stephen Moore actually looks pretty good, right? Not ambitious though, which is weird because he's got a good work rate and determination. So we gotta get him some tutoring, mentoring, whatever, to fix that. Riddle me this: how can you be unambitious and enthusiastic at the same time? I'm enthusiastic How unambitious am I? I'm so unambitious, I'm enthusiastic about it. Like, no. Don't, loan me out, or don't get me more training. I don't want to get better. Like, that just seems like a funny thing to me. But yeah, I mean, this is quite delicious. Now, from the international standpoint, this episode, I'm so frustrated. Nothing I can do about it. I will now forever always stare and go like, okay, is the mic working? We lost to Cyprus. We lost to 111th in the world, Cyprus. And then we smashed 52nd in the world, Sweden. Riddle me that. They beat us 1-0 on a penalty, which was garbage. We played Dempsey because I thought 111th. Surely it's not his fault. It's a penalty, right? Like, it's not like he gave up a pathetic goal, right? It was a well-taken penalty. Will Shaw, Jack Foster, Erich, Dean Doyle, Steven Seddon came back in, Devlin, Martin O'Neill did start, Tony Byrne, Troy Parrott on the left, David Doyle on the right, Maguire came in as a sub, Gleason came in as a sub, Cassidy came in as a sub. We played like steaming hot garbage. 32 shots to their 7, 9 on target to their 3, no chances created to their, obviously a penalty is a clear-cut chance. We just played awful. We played awful. It was away from home, and I still played positive. It was like, I'm sorry, it's Cyprus. We should have, I think, with that squad, should have been able to go and get a result. And then I was really mad. And so then we come back. Seddon goes out with a torn thigh muscle. Ow, and ow. We start Gavin. He's apparently has a 7.5. Michael Maguire is on an 8.3. Sean Flynn, Patrick Slavin, Dean Doyle starts again. Jake Doyle-Hayes came in. He's not really playing. It's not very good. It's not that he's not very good. It's just, it's not good that he's not playing. Martin O'Neill with the brace. Cassidy, Parrott, Doyle again on the right. We brought up, I'll show you these guys. Keith Ellis is our the guy that we picked up on a whim because we needed a keeper and then we couldn't. Then we loaned him out to Dundalk. He's quite good. Right? If you look at the national team, like, he's not that far off. Now, that's the 3 we've called it for the next window. I've dropped Gavin. I'll explain that in a second. But we got him his first cap because I felt like he deserved it. Like, I felt like he did. Get him in the mix, boost his confidence a little bit. Maybe that gets him more attention from Dundalk. We brought in Ryan Marshall, who 16 years old, Newcastle. He has English eligibility. He looks like a decent right wing at odds. All right. I wanted to just go ahead. Let's just grab him. His potential, I want to say, it's kind of hard to see that way. He's got 5-star potential. So he is now cap tied to us for the rest of time. So whether he develops or not, I called him into the window. I was hoping to get him in against Cyprus, right? That was the plan. These 3 guys, get him against Cyprus. But then against Sweden, we were up 4-0 at the half. And I was like, okay, like, I guess we'll bring you guys in now. Like, that's weird. We also brought in Gareth Frost, has English eligibility. Watford looks like a decent striker. Again, has got some work to do, but we're trying to make sure we don't lose players to England. Like, go ahead and call them in. So that's a good segue, my friends, to how we are set up, at least right now, against Hungary, who is 70th, and Cyprus, who's now like 108th. I know they're top of the group, but I'm sorry. I feel like we should be able to beat them. Hungary is away from home, 70th. We might not play as aggressive, but I feel like we should be able to win those games. I have dropped Gavin Bazunu. Here's why. Here's why, my friends. Where is he? He's moved to Wolves as a backup. So he's gone from 78 grand a week to 52 grand, and he's still a backup. And like, he's just not playing. And so I sent the message. I said, mate, you have to be playing for me to call you in until next time. But for this window, you've got to be playing. Like, why did you take that move? Dempsey's not that far off of him. I'm not saying Dempsey is as good, right? He's got some things he's got to work on that aren't green, that are 10s and 9s and 7s and all that kind of stuff. But he's 20, and we are starting him, and he is improving. So, bro, you got to suck it up. Middleton has played a little bit on a rotation basis for Sheffield, but like, he's 22, want to get him in the mix. It's like, I'm almost like, Gavin, you need to like start playing or we're going to bring in the next generation. So we got 3 goalkeepers, 22, 21, and 20, and the 20-year-old starting. Maguire's here with Will Shaw, Jack Foster again with Slavin, Sean Flynn, Frank Erich, Dean Doyle and Frank Erich are going to do the left back option. Jake Doyle Hayes is not happy. Neither is Michael Maguire or Ryan Cassidy about the youth in the setup. And it's like, guys, suck it up. You're not playing. I should drop you too, but I wanted to have some veteran mix, right? So Jake Doyle Hayes, Martin O'Neill. We brought Cathal Devlin, Jason Byrne, Howard Rose, and a new guy, Henry Thompson, who also has, I want to say it was English. Yes, English nationality. Again, he's 21. Uncapped. Looks like he's got some potential. We kind of have a bit of an issue with like really good midfielders. So again, maybe this kid, he's playing 13 starts in League One. I know that's down there, but you know, is what it is. And we can get him a cap. We can, you know, encourage him to get a better move, something like that. We've also called in Tyler Hayward, who is a striker / right winger that can play inside forward because he's got a left foot on him. Not saying he's amazing, but again, I'm trying to pick out the players. We have lost so many players over the save that have been like 19, 20, 21 years old. Like, I don't think this is in my best interest. And it's like, we went from whatever it was, 50th in the world to 21st. Come on. I know England is 8th or whatever, but like, it's not like we're that far off. So I'm not saying he's all that. Bravery is not great. Concentration is not great, but he's 21. Get him some exposure. Maybe get some move, right? Everybody else you kind of know and love already. Nathan Meredith, I guess, is the other one that I forgot to mention. I don't understand. He's Australian English, capped at it says the under 20 level, but that's not for us. That's what I'm very confused about this, but I guess he had 7 under 21 caps and 5 under 21 goals for England, which is a pretty good ratio if you ask me. And he actually was willing to move, and I was like, boom, call him up right now. A natural inside forward, because we've been playing Parrott out there, who is an advanced forward playing left wing, right? Which is okay, but like this guy, 23 years old, let's lock him down. He's worth $6 million. First team minutes, he got 11 starts in the championship, 2 goals, 4 assists on a 6.96. He looks pretty tasty. He's 5'6". That's the only kind of issue. He's kind of taken Adam Ida's spot for this go around, and Adam Ida's not happy about that, but it kind of is what it is. We'll call him back in next time, but that guy was definitely worth dropping Adam Ida for. Not gonna lie. Right. Is there anything else I needed to show you? We've won the league. I hate to say it was kind of a given, but it was kind of a given, right? Got 33 million in the bank. I don't feel the need to go drop a ton of cash right now. Like I'm pretty happy. Again, this isn't our regular squad. They're all on international breaks, right? But like when you look at the ratings, the stars and all that. Oh, my friends, let me show you something here. Hold on. We have offered and accepted. Ooh, where did he go? Anthony Dempsey has gone from 700 a week to $2,000 per week, my friends. And we've extended him out till 2035. With no like weird clauses. He gets a yearly wage rise. I wanted him to be happy. He's now the first. He was on Hot Prospect, but like we were playing him as a first teamer. Like it was kind of obvious. I'm a little worried, right? Like just from a narrative standpoint, it's like, oh, he's got his big contract now. Is he going to stop improving? But like we're going to continue to play him. So I'm hoping that with the international exposure, like he's going to continue to do his thing. We have also offered, and he's not yet accepted it. Patrick Slavin, a new contract. He is wanted by everyone under the sun. Like actually wanted, not just like they're sniffing around. Like they would like him. I don't want to click on it, do I? We offered him. Let's just 3.5K a week, no buyout clause, 5-year deal. Locking him in. Now, it's been a little bit, so like I'm kind of wanting, it's not going to show up here. I kind of want him to like, hey mate, I know you're on international break. Could you like sign that contract and send it back, please? But he hasn't. So yeah, that's pretty much the update on the save. So this is going to be the episode for today, and I'm sorry you missed the excitement of the Hoffenheim result and the non-excitement of the PSG result. 18,000 fans, though. It was quite nice. We've won like a bajillion games in a row from a league standpoint. Like anything that's not Champions League, we're doing quite well in. We got some games to play. The next episode is going to be the Valencia doubleheader, which means I'm going to record and then play a bunch of games and then record. And then the last episode. Oh, no. Wrong. It's going to be this. I don't have time. Like, we're already 20 minutes in of like catching up. So the next episode will be Hungary and Cyprus, since I just showed you that. And then the next episode, because 14th and 17th. Hold on, because I got to, I could figure this out without the camera being on. But what's the fun in that? Yeah, the next episode would be Valencia, and then the next episode of that would be the Nations League, 2 games in here, and then Hoffenheim and PSG. This is, like, I think these games, right, like, I think they're mad. So if we can get a result at home, if we could somehow get a win, like, that would be unbelievable. I don't think that's going to happen. I would take a draw, right, because then we'd be on 4 points, and if we could somehow beat them, we'd have 7 points. We'd have improved on last year. If we get a draw there, we'd 8 points. Like, we'd have a really good shot of being that second place team, depending on how the other games go. But I think we'll know more once we play Valencia and PSG has played Hoffenheim. Like, if Hoffenheim loses, right? Like, that would be beneficial. So that'll be the next episode, Nations League, and then we'll hop forward, play Valencia, and then we'll do Nations League, and then Hoffenheim, PSG. That's kind of what the schedule looks like, my friends. Sorry about the audio loss. It's annoying. Leave a comment. I don't know. I don't even know how to, like, what are you gonna leave a like? Hey, thanks for watching the catch up episode. Not getting caught up, catch up. Anyway, see ya, I guess.